Well doing. If you like reseller content, toy content, Bluey content, Thundercats content, like, subscribe, comment below. So I went out and I actually got a ton of stuff today. It was like the old days. There was stuff everywhere. I spent way more money than I thought I would, but should make a great return. And I need to restock on some stuff. I try to keep over 1,000 items on my eBay shop just to keep a consistent sales number going. So, looking at two items today, we have a Bluey toy set, and then we have a Thundercats sword. So, let's start with Bluey. So, Bluey, obviously, absolutely red hot uh, intellectual property at the moment. It grew and grew and grew. Now people that don't even have kids watch it. It's a banging show. Very, very highbrow, intelligent stuff. And as such, the toys are, I wouldn't say hard to find. I'm not sure what it is because this is technically like a public access show in Australia. I don't know if they're not allowed to heavily monetize to keep under some kind of tax bracket or what, because it seems like the amount of Bluey stuff available is actually pretty light compared to some properties. Some stuff like WWE, they're cranking out a figure for everybody possible, people not possible, people that have been dead. Some places that have a hot intellectual property really just crank out product, and they don't seem to do that with Bluey. I have to assume there's a reason, but anyways, so this is a new in-box pool time play set. Comes with a plastic pool, a deck, squirt gun, a Bluey. It's still, the box isn't in the best shape, but it's still sealed with the original tape. So we know it's going to be complete, and you can see in the window here, you got your figures. So, on the bottom, Bluey figure, pool, deck, cabana, 4 accessories. I'm not sure what the 4 accessories exactly are. And I don't want to open it up to find out, obviously. But I believe it's factory sealed. The tape looks original. Most packaging, it's done with like a very thin, sticky type of tape. It's not like the kind that you typically have. It's not Scotch tape. It's not packing tape. I still like that it says 4 accessories, and I'm not seeing what they could be. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's not 4 accessories. There's 3. We're counting Bluey as an accessory. Oh, goggles. Goggles. I don't see where they could possibly be. Huh. Unless somebody took them off. I'm a bit concerned now. So here's how we figure out if this is legit. Is we're going to have to find this for sale. If we find it for sale, we'll know for sure what it's supposed to look like. So, pool time play set. Images. Okay, so Bluey doesn't have goggles in this box either. I don't know why the goggles would be somewhere in the box, but that looks exactly the same as what I have. I have accidentally bought stuff that I thought was new in box, and it turns out they just very carefully repackaged it. And in doing so, it was open though. So, this is not something that people are probably gonna collect. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a Bluey collector's market at the moment, because it is such a hot property. Yeah, I think we're safe calling this a new in-box item. All right, so Bluey play set. full-time playset. So I did pay $6 for this, so it wasn't free. What on earth? Oh, messed up. There we go. Okay. So, 43 listings. And so I looked it up to make sure that I wasn't like losing my mind, because I felt 6 still in the box was a great price. When you see immediately parts for said playset, you know you're probably in a good place, because people listed them because they felt that it would round out a set and that people would want to do so. Okay, that was weird. It changed it to blue and added blue. I don't know. Anyways, Blue's Clues, not to be confused with Bluey. So yeah, I saw just the pool and the cabana, missing the table, the full set. Obviously, we're looking at like $35 on this play set still in the box. So you got 3 watchers on this one. So if I list this for roughly 30, okay, so we got this one down. Oh, that's a swing set that I knew in the pool. So I kind of thought 30 would make sense. We're just going to go through and make sure we're not missing anything. But yeah, there's a lot of parts. And that, to me, is a sign of a desirable toy. Like you've seen on several episodes of this show, I guess we would call it, that I throw a lot of parts out and some on my list. So other people make kind of the same distinction. So brand new in box, 21. And then lots of parts. So just the goggles and the squirt gun here. That one's 32 in box. That one we don't know, but roughly probably 32, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to do probably what this guy did, 21 in shipping. It's not that heavy. So I'm going to get that number. And the shipping overage will take care of itself. So it's probably going to end up being $20. Not bad at all. All right, let's look at the other item. No, I said I was going to go to the next item, but I just thought I didn't really talk about an aspect of reselling that I bring up occasionally. But if you watch this for the reselling aspect, you got to be careful when you buy new in-box stuff at thrift shops. So part of what the reselling community does is retail arbitrage. And technically all reselling is that. But there are people that go into big box stores and they buy things on clearance and try to flip them through whatever selling channel they use. Now, what happens, and the reason I don't do it, is I'm big into economic fundamentals, supply and demand being the cornerstone of economics when selling items. If a giant store bought X amount of something, and then they sold so few of them that they had to deeply discount them to offset losses, already we have agreed that the supply of said item outstripped the demand for said item. So when you buy it at the deep discount and attempt to resell it, you can make money, but you can also get stuck holding something. And the reason being, Target, how many Targets are there in the United States? Couldn't even guess. If I had to guess, 400 to 1,000, and that's a terrible guess, obviously. If every single one discounted the same item, you've just flooded the reseller market with said item that was already not popular. So sometimes when you go into a thrift shop setting, you're going to find stuff like this. And it's not there because somebody got it for their birthday and had no use for it. It's there because somebody tried to do retail arbitrage, ended up stuck with it, and ended up giving it away. So you want to look real quick and make sure things are actually selling before you just grab something saying, oh, this is new in box, therefore valuable. So you just got to protect yourself a little bit with that. I digress. All right, so this is a pretty sweet one. If you're a 80s, 90s kid, you know what this is. This is Thundercats. Now, this is not an original Thundercats toy. This is from the reboot in 2011. So I have picked up some stuff. I've never actually run into original Thundercats stuff. It's highly sought after. This is a cult following show. But I have picked up the new stuff, and it does move well. Anything made by Bandai actually has a really, really good sell-through rate. So this is a sounds and different functions. So we turn on the sound here. So I think this is stuck. Now, toys will get into that loop because the battery is dying but not dead. Just to make sure. That could actually be the sound it makes, which would be terrible, but all right, we got some bulged out batteries here. Now it's good because I know it works. And I fired it up in the store and it works just fine. Let's see one of these batteries actually totally blown out. So let's see if we can throw in some better batteries. These little batteries, for whatever reason, actually deteriorate as they sit out. I've put fresh batteries out here and had them die on me. Okay, so rather than looping continuously, it made a noise. All right. Toss the dying batteries out. I'll button this up real quick. I do not send toys out with batteries because it's expensive, quite frankly. And it's just a good habit if you're reselling to take batteries out of things so you don't have batteries blow up. I don't believe it typically happens if your areas are climate controlled, but I don't want to list something, sell it a year later, and then come to find out it's no good. I don't like one of these screws is actually stripped out. Like somebody tried to take this apart and failed. I mean, it's working, so I'm not super stressed about it. Okay, so it's on. So it has two functions. It has this. And then it has this. And this is not spring-loaded. Which makes me think it might be broken, but I don't know for sure. Because if you hold the button down and do that like whip motion, which I can't really do on the camera, it will come out. Oh, it lights up too. Sweet, okay. So when in doubt on toys like this, so the question is this supposed to spring? And I don't know. That may actually be why this screw is stripped out, if somebody was trying to fix it. But when in doubt, I like to find a video on YouTube because chances are somebody made an unboxing video and you see it in the exact shape it's supposed to be in. All right, so sorry about that brief pause because my kids were freaking out. Forgot where my thoughts were before I paused it. So what I did, however, is I looked up a video of somebody unboxing, and I can't show it on here because it's their video. So conspicuously, there's actually a commercial for this, which I also can't show, where this had the action, but then the sword was out, and it kind of implied that this would be spring-loaded, but it is not. So this is fully functional the way it is. Lights and sounds work. Awesome. All right, so let's dig into what we could actually get for this. And again, I paid $6 for the Bluey and $3.50 for this. All right, so we have 59 Thundercats Sword of Omens from 2011. So we have one out of the box that they want 80 for. This one looks wrong. The sword that comes out is a different color. So the one that I watched the unboxing, it was from this set over here, and this looks correct. So I don't know if there was a later sword or a... Oh, this one says mini. This is definitely not an 8-inch sword. I mean, even folded up, it's got to be at least 14. 16 even. So we're at like 80. This is it's got to be the mini one as well. The coloration is different, I think. Yeah, this whole piece is a little different. So it doesn't extend quite as much, I'm guessing. So this one, like 20. Got 2 of them for 100. Yeah, so they are out there. And dollar amount is obviously going to be all over the place. So we'll just look at what they're actually selling for. All right, so we have one here for $40, untested. So mine works. And what I'll do in my listings is I will get it to light up and I'll get the picture of that. So as far as buyer security at that case, if I can illustrate that it lights up, you can't do anything with sound. Although I think you can upload videos at this point, but I'm not going to go that far. Anyways, so we got about $40 there. We had 2 go for near 50. The same one for about 50. 40 tested works. Yeah, so we'll circle back and make sure. But 40 might be the price on this. Now, the reason I got it for so cheap is the thrift store that I got it from thought it was a Halloween toy. They put the Halloween sticker on it. So it must have just come in and somebody just in their mind was like, oh, this is a cheap Halloween toy rather than a legitimate toy. Now, they may have only charged another few bucks for it, or they might have looked it up. And, you know, with thrift shops, it really depends on how motivated somebody is to price something correctly, or, you know, they don't get commission on stuff. They're just retail workers. They're just there to make a living. Yeah, so I think 40 is absolutely fine for this. I think it will move. So that's what we're going to do. You know, free shipping. Shipping shouldn't be an issue because it is 16. Once you get past, I believe it's 20 inches, your shipping can increase by the inch exponentially. And we don't want that. Sometimes it has to happen, but not with this. We're going to keep this folded up. But it should pack up real easy. Yeah, so 40 after shipping, after fees. Probably going to end up somewhere around, oh, whoops, why did I do that? There we go. About that. So 2 items, near $50 profit, and they're going to move. I have no doubt in my mind on that. This had a really good sell-through rate. Forgot to even look, 59 for sale. I want to say it was almost the same sold. 37. So that's a great sell-through rate. So yeah, this will be gone, especially, you know, even though it's not a Halloween item, it can tie into that easily. So if you like reseller content, toy content, Thundercats content, Bluey content, like, subscribe, comment below, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.